What's up, Tiger Gang? It's JT here again from the Poco Moonshine family. This is Chatting with Carnivores. Today we got Sofia from Sofia Eats Steak. How you doing, Sofia?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I have a bunch of questions for you, a bunch of stuff. I'm just like and you've got a nice glow. I'm telling you, your skin looks good, your hair looks thick, you got a big smile on your face. Like
Yeah,
I haven't even
thank
asked you no
you.
questions, and I can already tell Carnivore is got you headed in the right direction, honestly.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, awesome. So, could you take us back on your food journey, like where are some of your struggles? Because you mentioned you struggled with anorexia. So, could you take us back and let us know?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with anorexia in October of 2021. So I was 14 years old at the time. But the struggles had been kind of going on for, it's really hard to say how long before. Um, but I feel like for pretty much most of that year, things were kind of heading in a downward spiral, and by the end of the year, it was snowballing, So like,
Mm-hmm.
it was exponential. So it was like an exponential decline, if that makes any sense. So, what happened actually was, sorry, this is. I feel like I'm not explaining it very well.
Take your time. It's all you. Like just it's your story.
Yeah. So, um, honestly, I think before carnivore, I never really had a great relationship with food, to be honest. Um, Before I developed my eating disorder, I didn't eat very well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, I ate a very highly processed standard American diet. I would eat pretty much anything that I wanted to, sugary cereals, lots of bread, just lots and lots of carbs, the highly
Mm-hmm.
processed carbs. And let's see, when the schools shut down in 2020 for COVID-19 and
Mm-hmm.
we went into quarantine, uh, I gained quite a bit of weight actually because I've always been a baker actually,
Really?
and baking is one of my passions.
What was your favorite
And
thing to bake?
I love to bake, so I love baking brownies, and I also love making cinnamon rolls or like sweet rolls with like fruit fillings.
Oh, girl, you're making me
um
hungry.
yeah, and
Wish we had
so
carnivore cinnamon rolls. That would be awesome.
yeah, that would be great. um but when that happened, there was really nothing else for me to do once school got out for the summer.
Yeah.
And so I was baking pretty much every single day. And because I was baking so much, I was eating a lot of those sweets as well. And so I ended up gaining a lot of weight. Uh, and I was pretty overweight. I wasn't obese at all, but I think at some point I kind of realized, like, oh wow, I I've gained quite a bit of weight since quarantine happened.
You must have been good at baking because it was good.
Yeah,
You were like,
it
wow,
was
this
good.
is, yeah.
It was good, but it was pretty much every single day at that
Mm,
point.
yeah.
Um, just because there was nothing else to do. um, and after that, like I said, I think I kind of realized that I became like fat in my mind, even though I wasn't fat. I was just a little overweight.
Hmm.
But I became really focused. Not really focused, but sorry, I don't know how to. Man, I feel like I should have thought about this more. Um, so I started taking a CrossFit class at the end of 2020,
Hmm.
a teens CrossFit class, and I one of my goals was to lose weight.
Hmm.
And I
So do you
mean, it
think you had
was,
a self-image problem a little bit? Because you're,
oh yes, definitely. My body image, it was horrible. Um, I think I've always struggled with like self-esteem issues, if I'm being honest. It's
Mhm.
just like it's always been there. It's just in in the recent year, talking with my therapist, I think he's kind of helped me realize that like I've always kind of been that way where I'm really hard on myself and I hold myself to a very high standard. And
Gotta send love to yourself.
yeah, so it's so normal for me that I didn't even realize that I was being too hard on myself.
Mm-hmm. I've We've
Um
all been there though. No one's perfect, so we all just get these moments where we just get on ourselves, and
yeah.
it's really not good for us. We need to. I can't stress enough to just we need to send love to ourselves. And for me, that was the biggest thing, was decisions, making good decisions. Picking the water instead of the soda.
Yeah. So oh man, where was I? Getting back to like kind of the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taking those CrossFit classes, and I was trying to clean up my diet as well. So I was trying to eat less sweets,
Mm-hmm.
trying to eat like healthier, what I thought was healthy at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I was eating more vegetables, which isn't necessarily bad, but and the weight was I was starting to lose weight, but I've always been somebody who's been like extremely determined and committed. So when I decide that I want to do something, I'm going to do it. So when I decided that I wanted to lose weight, I decided I I want to do this, and so I committed, and I started becoming more self disciplined, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Um, so I started cutting out like more and more food groups and started exercising more and more. And
Mm-hmm.
um, oh geez, sorry.
Oh, you're all good. So
um,
what do you think was the change between eating too much and then you ate too little?
I think it was realizing that when I didn't eat enough, I, the scale was a big part of it, right? So when I didn't eat a lot during the day, sometimes the scale number would go down quicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I started realizing, wow, if I eat less and less, then I can make that scale number go
Go
down
quick
a lot
quicker.
faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
And that
so
gets dangerous real quick, right?
yes, and so it was the way it was working for me is I started to realize, well, I started to think, well, if I can get through the day on this amount of calories, then I shouldn't ever need to eat more than that. So
Mm-hmm.
it very quickly became about the scale and very quickly became about the amount of calories I was eating in the
Mm-hmm.
day. So if I could get through the day eating less than 1,000 calories a day, then I wouldn't let myself eat 1,000 calories. If I could get through the day without or with 800, then
Mm-hmm.
couldn't go over 800 anymore. And it just kept on getting smaller and smaller and smaller until I ended up in the hospital at the end of 2021, and I had to spend Christmas 2021 in the hospital because of my
Oh.
malnutrition. Um, and that wasn't even the worst it got. So after that, I ended up in a eating disorder treatment center,
Mm-hmm.
and let me tell you, I mean, honestly, I think that experience was kind of traumatic for me. Um,
I
because
can imagine.
the way those centers work is they refeed you on the standard American diet, and so it's a lot of carbs, and they just pack on the weight with the carbs. They try to get you weight restored as quickly as possible. So in about 2.5 months there, I gained over 30 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I got home, I immediately started losing the weight again because there was nothing that was fixed in my head. It was just all the weight that was on me physically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, 7 months, not even 7 months. 5 months after I got out of the center, I was back in the hospital again, and my weight was even lower than it had been in December.
No.
Yeah. And so after that, they released me from the hospital with a meal plan, and my mom was plating my food for quite a while, and so I had a meal plan that I was following as well. So the meal plan was something like it was exchanges. So it would be like at this meal you get this many exchanges of a vegetable and a grain and a protein or dairy or fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was doing that for a long time. So I went back to the hospital in July of 2022, and so I was on a meal plan pretty much for the better, like I was pretty much following the meal plan until well, I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but after I was doing that for maybe 6 to 8 months, I
Mm-hmm.
started my mom she started putting more trust in me again, and I kind of slowly transitioned to plating my own meals again, preparing my own food. Except after I was losing control again, and so I was losing weight again, and I ended up at the lowest BMI that I've ever been at the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the lowest weight that I had been in,
Ever?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much ever. I mean, I obviously weighed less when I was a little kid, but
Mm-hmm.
in my adult life, I guess I'm not an adult either, but in my adolescent life, I was the lowest weight that I'd ever been, and that was about the end of May. And I was on the verge of going to the hospital again. And if that happened, I probably would have been sent back to the eating disorder treatment center.
It's like a vicious cycle.
It really is. It really is. So I kind of had that hanging over my head. The threat of getting sent back to the hospital, because I was going to my doctor, and every time we'd visit him, he'd be like, "Oh, your weight's lower," and then the next time it's like, it's getting kind of scary. I don't know how much longer we can let you stay out of
Lose
the
weight.
hospital. And then it was the end of June. The end of June. My mom, she walked up to me, and she'd been carnivore since March. Um, and she showed me a Dr. Barry live stream
So you heard
that
about it
had.
through your mom?
Oh, yes, yes. So she showed me a Dr. Barry live stream, and it was one where they were talking about the use of, or it was a study about the use of ketogenic diets
Mm-hmm.
to put people's anorexia into remission.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, so I read the case study. I ended up reading the case study, and it was just these patients, and they had studied, not studied, gosh, they had suffered from anorexia
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. I think one of the patients suffered for over 30 years, and
Oh.
she had been in and out of treatment centers, and, like, gone through the cycle many times. And she went carnivore, and she used it to pretty much fully heal her mind and her body. And after listening to that live stream and reading the case study, I felt so much hope. So I decided literally that night I was gonna at least do keto and maybe carnivore. And then the first day that I was gonna do keto, I ended up eating only meat that day anyway. So I just figured I'd carry on from there.
I saw you were
Um,
at the amusement park and you had bunch of burger patties and like I've never
Yeah.
seen so much bacon at the amusement park. That was
Yeah, so that was this Monday. We went, so that was like a couple days before school started. We went to the amusement park, Lagoon here in Utah,
hmm
and um, yeah, so my dad's work, they provided the tickets and they gave us meal tickets to go along with them. And
Ooh,
so they had a burger,
some free
uh,
carnivore.
yeah, a little burger shack up there. And we asked them, can we just get patties instead of like the combo meal? And they gave us they gave us the patties and the bacon. And when I saw it, I was really surprised.
It looked
I was
really
not
good.
expecting it. It was really good. It was really good. I ate the whole thing, and then I also ate some of my mom's because she couldn't finish it either.
Wow. Yeah, so
Uh,
you think your appetite is just doing better?
oh yes, definitely.
Because it looked like
Um,
in the video, I'm like, wow, she's got a whole mess full of food. Wow.
yeah, I've been on on carnivore. It's actually kind of astounding the amount of meat that I've been able to put down.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, even for your
I'm
size, you're not that big of a girl yet, you know? You're still
well, I mean,
16, right?
that's the thing. I have a lot. Yeah, I'm still 16. But I have a lot of weight that I need to gain. So
Mhm.
I think my body is just it's so ready to
It's
heal,
ready
and
for it.
it wants me to eat as much as possible. So I can eat
So
like a
awesome.
like a 1.5 pound ribeye and still be hungry. So
Wow. No, that is the coolest
yeah,
thing, and I noticed, like, in your videos, you kept saying, like, you feel great, and you I loved hearing that, like, that just it makes me flutter inside when I hear that because
yeah.
I've people felt the opposite way, that's why we found this diet, you know?
Yeah. Before going carnivore, I was extremely, extremely afraid of fat. I was convinced that fat is what made you fat because that is the narrative. That's the
Yeah,
narrative
yeah,
that you're told.
mhm.
And
That's what I
so
thought too. I would always, like, pat my bacon off and stuff, and now I'm just like
yeah, and me being anorexic, I was afraid of the calories that fat had in it. So I would only eat like lean chicken breast and lean cuts of pork, and I would not eat beef. Beef was off the table for me.
oh,
And so like if you had talked to me a year ago and you would have asked me to eat a 1.5 pound ribeye,
mhm,
I would have flat out refused. I would have had a mental breakdown at
yeah.
even the thought of that, like eating that much fat,
Now
just
compared
because the
to
thought was so scary.
yeah, compared to when you, like, used to count calories and stuff, and then now being on carnivore diet and it does restrict you from eating certain things, do you still feel like carnivore is more freeing than having to count your calories and worry all the dang time, even though you can't eat a tub of ice cream?
Oh yeah, definitely. Counting the calories. I mean, I know for some people, calories aren't they don't bother them that much, but there's just something about them that like I don't know, like
It stresses me out, like, and it's
it's
annoying.
yeah, it's very annoying. So when I was counting calories, I was pretty much obsessively calculating out every single meal and what I would eat, how much I would eat, what I would get to eat later.
Mhm.
Because I mean, it was like, how much would I let myself eat during the day? But now it's like, I mean,
Did you
honestly,
calculate at the amusement park? Did you calculate?
no, I didn't.
You
I
just
didn't.
ate, and it's
I just ate, but I mean, I do keep kind of, uh, I do keep a little, I estimate things sometimes just to make sure that I'm getting enough, right?
yes, of course.
So
I
um,
understand where you're coming from, you know?
I don't religiously count calories, but I do keep an estimate in my head usually during the day.
6 strips
Just
of bacon, 3 patties, like a
yeah,
food log
basically.
almost? Like a food log?
Uh I don't it's more of a mental thing. I just
Oh,
keep a
okay.
mental checklist, but I have been meaning to start keeping a food diary just because the sometimes I've been meaning to start keeping a food diary because I want to know like how I feel, after I eat certain foods. So like
Absolutely.
if I feel a certain way after eating this certain food, then maybe that's a pattern that I can pick up on, and like I can learn how to, like if I need to cut something out, because
Oh, it's very smart.
yeah.
Because data, when you that's data, and all data adds up to a better result. You know, it's something cool. I don't know if you. I've been counting. Like I've got this app. It's got the 12 on it, and then it's like I'll pop it up here. I got sick of going on my calendar and counting up all of like what day I'm on. So now it's got my wife. She's at 35, and I'm on day 59 of the carnivore diet.
Oh, that's actually really helpful. I should probably get that app.
Yeah,
I think.
it's an app. It looks like this. It's got a little number 12 on it. It's called Day
All
Counter.
right, all right. I will definitely use that because that'll help.
Yeah, I got sick of it. I
Um,
kept going to my calendar app, and I'm like, wait, one, two, three, four, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh my goodness
I
gracious. So
don't.
now I got both
Yeah.
my me and my wife, because she'll ask me too, like, what day? I'm like, I don't know what day you're on. I don't know what day I'm on. Like, so now I just pull
Yeah.
this up. I'm like, ooh, day 59. So it's actually day 60 for mine. That's crazy tomorrow.
Yeah. Day. I think I'm on. Okay,
Because I seen
so
you like to count and you write it down on the notepad. Keep doing that. I love that. That's your style. That's
yeah.
your thing. I
So
love that.
Monday was day 55 for me, and so it's
Wow.
been
Okay, we're
one.
very close. We're almost
Yeah. So
like
I think today's either day 59 or day 60 for me. So it's
wow.
been,
So we're almost
yeah.
on the same exact day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on day 59, girl.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That
mine. My
okay.
wife's on
That's
35.
great.
I'm on 59. Wow,
Carnivore
that's
twins.
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's awesome.
wow. That's so cool. Kim, should we go through some comments before we do some more questions?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, here. Aurora Shane. Hi, Sophia. I'm so proud of you and looking forward to this interview. Love you. Nice, nice. Ren, hi. FR Humphrey. Hello, Sophia. Eat steak. And JT. Hey.
Hello.
I just don't want to get too behind. Lucia. She says, Sophia. Ren, or Ren one, not sure. You're doing amazing. She is, guys. Like, she's got the carnivore glow. Like, she's just, and you see her channel, man. She's just killing it. She's like just having fun with it, and living her life,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
it shows. We love
having
your
energy.
videos. That's what
Yeah.
Ren says. We do. We love Sophia's
Oh,
videos.
thank you so much.
FR Humphrey, hi, yeah, hello. Much love. Yes, yes, yes. Aurora says, I'm 64 and I'm just starting to love and take care of myself. Yeah, and Sophia's going to have such a bright future because she's not only smart and courageous and a beacon of light, she's already on carnivore at 16. I mean, holy
Thanks.
moly, this girl's going to get more done than any. Sorry, Carrie. Sorry to me, too. I do all these carnivores. She's going to just run circles around us. And because you've got such a look at it like that, like, and you might have had a rough start, but you got such a head start on a
Yeah,
lot of people.
I mean, that's one reason why I'm doing this because I mean, a lot of people when they have anorexia, they suffer with it for
Hmm.
a long, long time. They end up don't really trying to get better until like the later years in their life. And so I'm done with it. I'm getting rid of it now so it doesn't affect me for the
I'm
rest
telling
of
you, you
my
have
life.
so many people right now watching that are jealous of you because you've gained that awareness years before. Like you're gonna not have so many struggles that you might have had. I'm telling you. No insanity. Lucia, did I miss JT yelling at? No, you didn't, because I just did it for you. You didn't miss nothing. And if you guys did miss anything, you don't want to miss her story because she's got a good story. So I don't care what time it is you replay this video because Sophia's got a great story. Just catch up on a couple of these. If you guys have any questions for Sophia while she's here, let me know. Oh, there we go. Sophia, do you take electrolytes? And if so, what kind, Sophia?
Okay, so yes, I do take electrolytes. I honestly, so I take, I sweat a lot during the day. I exercise almost every day. So I take like 2 or 3 servings of our electrolytes a day. So we make our own, we mix up our own electrolytes at home just because the elements are like they're
Could you
pretty
explain to
expensive.
people how you do that? Because some people are probably
Yes,
curious. Show
yes.
it. Teach us.
So we I don't have. Oh, actually, I do have them.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't have my salt in here with me.
Oh, it's okay, but
We're
you can
visit.
explain it to us.
So I'm at my grandparents' house right now. So these are my electrolyte mixes. They're just in these little like pill
Yeah,
things.
that's cool.
So me and my mom, we use 3 parts. So we just follow the element formula. So we have, I don't know what it is actually, element electrolyte.
You
Uh
see how smart she is, guys? Like everybody else is buying theirs, and like she's just, oh yeah, just mix this, that, and that. Like I'm telling
so
you guys, she's
we
years ahead of her time.
okay, so it looks like it's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and then 60 milligrams of magnesium. So what we do is we just take Redmond salt and we put so it's 2.64 grams of Redmond salt that adds up to 1,000 milligrams, and then we have this magnesium supplement that we get from Costco called Calm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's flavored and it's sweetened with stevia, which I do not like. Honestly, I'm starting to hate the taste of it. So next time we get it, we're gonna get the flavorless stuff, and we put 0.75 grams of the magnesium supplement in there, and that equals the 60 the yes, 60 milligrams that you need. And then we have like a potassium salt. Like it's a non-sodium salt thing that we just got at Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
and it has potassium in it. And so I put 0.41 grams in that, and then that's one serving of this electrolyte. And then what I do is
Oh,
I put it in about like 16 ounces of water, and then I drink that. And like I said, I drink one in the morning as soon as I wake up, and usually I'll drink one with my lunch, and then usually I'll drink one before bed.
that's awesome. I've been wondering how to do that, and you literally just taught me. I hope you guys got your notes out and stuff, and like you got your pen and your paper, because I'm telling you, she's got stuff to teach us here. You did mention that you sweat a lot when you exercise. What does your exercise look like on Carnivore? What are you doing?
Okay, so like I said, I started CrossFit in the fall of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and I absolutely fell in love with it, honestly.
CrossFit.
So, yes, my mom, she works as a coach at the CrossFit gym that we go to, and
So
my
it's in
dad
your it's
takes,
in your blood, huh?
yeah, so she's a coach there, and I started off taking the teens class, and for the last year now, I've been taking the adult class with my mom. And so I go 3 times a week, and usually what those workouts look like. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and what those workouts look like is, um, so we warm up for about 10 minutes, and then we do weight training. So usually we'll be working on like a weight movement, like if it's cleans or back squat, bench press, deadlift, all of them. Um, and so we do that for about 20 to 25 minutes typically. And then after that, we'll have a Metcon. And those vary. Sometimes they're really short, but they're like sprints. So they're like 3 to 5 minutes, but sometimes they're longer and they're more cardio based. So they're like
Hmm.
60 minutes. Um, uh, and then usually at night, me and my parents have been going on walks after dinner. And those are around 40 minutes long.
Oh.
And then on the days in between when I'm not going to the gym, I try to do accessory work because I'm trying to, I do accessory work on my abs because I'm trying to get my toes to bar in CrossFit. And the toes to bar where you're hanging from the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically, you like your legs are hanging and you bring them up to the bar.
To
So
the
it's
bar. Okay.
toes and they go to the bar. And that takes a lot of ab movement or ab strength and lat strength.
That core strength,
So
you know.
yeah, so I've been working on that for a while, and I've been really trying to get my toes to bar. My goal is to get it by the end of the year. So if I get it, I'll probably post something on like my Instagram
Oh, definitely.
on
That
it.
we gotta
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, you're working out more than I am. Holy moly! Like
Well,
pretty
yeah,
soon,
and
someone's gonna not cross you in a dark alley. They're like, "No, man, she's gonna."
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's helping with the weight gain as well. Cause like, I mean, I'm working out so much and I'm eating so much meat that I'm gaining so much muscle. Like, it's
Muscle,
insane.
yes, yes.
Like, I mean, Dr. Chafee, he says all the time, it's incredibly, incredibly easy to gain
He
muscle
looks
mass
like
on
he
the
lives in
carnivore
the
diet.
gym, doesn't he?
I know, yeah, and he's a resident neurosurgeon, and so he
Yeah,
doesn't
he
even
says
get to go to the gym all the
maybe
time.
once a month, he says.
Mhm.
I saw that, I
Yeah.
was like, "Dude, no way," like, yeah, it's amazing. Let's get through a couple more of these, see, some comments here, and then we can do some more questions. I food blog, mentally, but a food diary is smart, I may do that. Yeah, do whatever works for you guys, like, she does hers in her head, and if you wanna write it down, whatever, but take her tips, like, if that helps you too, definitely do it. Eric Carnivore RN, hi, everyone. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Bible reading bear, God bless you, Sophia.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
she is a blessing to the earth, man, because she's gonna help inspire a lot of other people of all ages that are dealing with anorexia, and she's gonna let them know, like, hey man, you can kick its butt, like, real easy. I have days counter app like that. Yes, the day counter. That's a suggestion to all the carnivores. If you're sick of keep
Yeah.
counting and looking at the calendar, get the day counter app. It can either count down to like your birthday or Halloween or Christmas. You know exactly, like, and you can annoy someone. You're like 67 days till Halloween or something, and they're like, "How do you know that?" Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That that's funny. I like that.
Carnivore twins. Yes, we are, man. We've got like pretty much the same exact day. Do you know what date you started on?
Jul
Mine
June 21st. June
That was
21st.
mine. Yes, June
Okay.
21st. I was
All
like, if she
right.
says June 21st, then we are exactly on the
Yeah.
same day. Wow. I can't believe
That's
that.
awesome.
That's so amazing.
That's
We both decided to
yeah.
jump on the same day. And we didn't even know each other, guys. I had no
I
idea.
I love hearing that. That's awesome.
Kip. Oh, I love Kip. She's such a blessed soul. Love your channel, Sophia. Yeah, you guys, Sophia has an awesome channel. Like, I love how she writes out what day she's on a notepad and puts it there and then like sits down and like, man, it's like she's like your friend already, like that's how cool you are. Honestly, you make all of us feel like your best friend. You're just sitting down, you're like, yeah, like,
Thank you.
yes,
I'm
please smash the thumbs up for her story because the more you guys like this video and share the video, the more Sophia's story gets out there and helps people. So smash the thumb like you're mad at it. Break that thumb, man. You're going to help so many others by sharing your journey. She really is, man. And she already
yeah.
is. Like, how many subscribers
That
you got? You're killing it.
I've got about 1.7K at this point, I think.
She's on her way to 2,000 people that are have her in their life as a blessing and a reminder to kick life's butt, man.
yeah. Yeah, my one of my main goals with this channel is to help other people because I if it's working for me and it worked for other people and it can work for so many others.
Yeah, no, it's working because I honestly, like, I've been following you since I saw you on the 10-hour live stream. Just from the 10-hour live stream to now, I already see you looking way better. Like, you're looking great, honestly.
Yeah, thank
Lucia,
you.
Sophia is such a role model. She is, man. She really is. Like,
Thank you.
guys, she's young. Like, she's not my age. Like, she's out here being brave when a lot of her like peers aren't. And or plus two, like, their brains aren't developed, so they're gonna be very judgmental, and and some of them won't be, and you're gonna I found out too, like, either people are attracted to me or they're repelled. Like, you but just focus on the ones that vibrate towards you, because
Yeah.
that's
No, I mean that's just a fact of life. Not everybody in life is gonna like click with you or agree with
mhm,
you or anything.
right.
So
So
can't
just as
expect
long as we don't
everyone to
let
love
that
you.
get us down, because there's gonna be so many
Yeah.
people that do like us and do like that. um Who's that? Karen Carpenter had anorexia.
I don't know who that is.
We'll have to
It's,
check her out. I'm glad you put
yeah.
the name out there for other people to check out. I wonder how she got over hers. Question: do you weightlift? So can you get more into weightlifting? Like, what are like some of your favorite things? Like, what's your favorite thing to weightlift?
Oh, my favorite. I mean, I've always been really strong in my legs,
Hmm.
so I love back squats. I love I love weighted back rack lunges. So that's where you have the barbell on your back and you're going either a reverse lunge or forward lunge. But I love those. So I love the leg stuff. I like doing cleans,
Hmm.
and those are kind of hard to explain. You start with the bar on the ground, and you pretty much you bring it up to your shoulders. Uh, those can be those are very technical movement, but they're fun to do. The only problem is I don't have any meat on my shoulders, and you're supposed to catch it on your shoulders, but since
Oh,
there's like nothing there right now, I always end up hitting my collarbone and bruising it. So once I get more muscle and more meat on my shoulders, I won't bruise my
you're still
collarbone
doing it
anymore.
though. That's
But
beast mode. Like you're just like whatever. Just
yeah. And if
so
I'm seeing
cool.
any progress with energy and muscle development, yes, my muscles they're getting a lot bigger. I'm starting to get very very toned because my body fat is so low right now. But
That's so cool.
yeah, so my quads actually they look really good right now. Um,
Does that make
so
you happy saying that? Like
I mean, it does and it doesn't because there there's so many irrationalities that come with having an eating disorder.
mhm.
So I mean, since starting carnivore, I've gained a pretty significant amount of weight so far, and so I'm starting to notice those differences a little bit more. And clothes aren't fitting exactly the same as they were, and so my eating disorder is telling me that's a bad thing.
Mm.
And so there is a little bit of insecurity about that. But I mean, objectively, I know that I'm looking better. It's just there's the nagging thoughts that come from the eating disorder. So
I get a voice in my head too, telling me all sorts of stuff, I won't be good at this or I'm doing that wrong. And that voice, if you listen to it, it's never gonna lead all of us. If we all
mhm.
listen to that voice inside, it's never gonna do anything good for us. It never
Yeah,
has a you notice it never has a nice thing to say, really. Like I need to tell myself nice things, because that voice will always come in there like and try to just
yeah,
talk me down, and it's like I get sick of that. I'm like, you know what? No, like I'm not gonna eat the ice cream because I know how much better I feel now. So you get that voice becomes your voice gets stronger than that voice, and it's like psh, not listening to you anymore. I don't like the taste of element, so want to make my own. I also hate the taste of stevia.
yeah. I don't like the sweetened stevia. Yeah, so the magnesium supplement has stevia in it, and it's just too sweet for me if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
So
Lucia, Sophia, how about Emma? Still supporting each other?
yeah, we've been talking a lot. We've been talking about getting together and doing a live. She's starting school next week, I think. I've already started school this week. So things will be getting a little busier for us, so it might be a little hard to schedule out times. But once school does get in and we kind of experience that a little bit more, I think we're gonna be able to discuss what being like a teenage carnivore is like and like what it's like being in school. So
Oh man, that's what the podcast should be called, Teenage Carnivores. Telling you
I
something like
mean,
that. That's
yeah,
so cool.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, you guys are. I'm telling you, you guys are. And speak of class, like, what are some classes you're like excited to like be taking
Oh,
when you start?
oh, classes.
Yeah,
So okay, so I've got an advertising design class that I am pumped for. So I've been kind of doing my own sort of graphic design
really.
stuff for a few years now because I actually run my own business for my job. That's how I make money. And so I've been practicing graphic design for a lot better, or for a long time, and I've gotten a lot better over the past few years.
Got to make some
And
Sophia eat steak shirts. Design
yeah,
them
yeah.
and put them on
And
Spreadshirt.
so I'm taking an advertising design class, and that's basically a commercial art class. And so we're gonna be learning Adobe Illustrator and
Mm,
Adobe Photoshop. I'm already pretty familiar with Photoshop, but I've never used Illustrator before.
me neither.
And we're going to be learning about like composition and just all sorts of things. I've already got some experience in graphic design just because I've been doing it for a little bit. But I'm really excited to learn more about it because I can actually apply it in my everyday life and
Well,
in
yeah.
my business endeavors. So,
Hmm.
and then I've got a let's see, I'm in a theater productions class.
Really.
And yes, so that's kind of an advanced acting class. And so for that, we get to go to the Shakespeare Festival that they have here in Cedar City, Utah.
That's cool.
So we get to go down, we stay in a hotel, and we go see shows down there. And so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So that's a trip I'm really looking forward to. And I've been doing drama stuff since 7th grade. So
So
that's gonna
movies
be.
might be in your future.
I mean, maybe, maybe.
Honestly, you got
Um,
a bright future, and anything can happen.
yeah, that's true. And then I've got a PE class that's pretty fun. It's a fitness class, and it's called Lifetime Activities, and it's not. It's basically you get to go on field trips and have fun. So they go on hikes and they do laser tag and mini golf.
Ooh,
So
love
I'm
mini golf.
I'm I'm super pumped for that class. And actually, I have an interesting experience. I was in that class yesterday,
Hmm.
and we were getting our lockers for the locker rooms, and
Does
so
it have a code on
after.
it? I could never remember my lock code.
Yeah, I had to take a picture of the code so I can remember it. But the coach was helping the boys in the boys locker room, and after we got our locks, we were all in the gym and we were kind of playing around because that's what we were supposed to be doing. And me and some people in the class, we were kicking a soccer ball around and having fun, but I felt so energized while I was doing it, and I was like, wow, it feels so great to have the energy to be able to run after the ball and to kick it
Hmm.
around. And I just I felt great, and I loved it. It felt amazing
That's how
because
you should
before,
feel, you know?
yeah, I mean, before when I was restricting my calories and not eating enough through the day, I felt so sluggish and so tired all the time. I just didn't have the energy to do anything, and
Hmm.
so
Enjoy life.
it's yeah, it's just it's a huge difference, and it's one thing that's just helping me stay committed to doing all this. So
That's so awesome. Um, Dr. Chafee is great. He really helped me with his advice. Yeah, Chafee
yeah,
is him and Dr. Barry, man. Like I'm sure there's other
yeah,
ones too, but I get those two names like the most. Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee.
seriously.
Sophia, a really an inspiration to carnivorism. Yeah, she is, man. She's an inspiration to her peers, to even people not her peers, like carnivores, everybody, man. She's just a beacon
Thank
of
you.
light, man. Yes, I keep a food log as well, a diary of how I'm feeling so I can see how food affects me. Yes, if that's helping you guys, please do it, man. Like do everything that helps you on your journey to help you win instead of put a L on the board. You know, every day if you make a good decision, that's another win and just keep adding the wins up and next thing you know, you're with the people call lucky, you know. Ren, I wonder why I'm eating so much food but not gaining weight. I think healing my metabolism. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, we're not medical experts, so we would,
No.
I don't know, we don't know too much, but
We can just tell our own story, you know, like that's about it.
from what I understand, it's not fat that makes you fat. It's carbs and sugar, so processed stuff. But
Yeah. Kip, yeah, hit the like button because Sophia's got a great story and the more people like it, the more YouTube shares it with other people who can relate. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here, catch up here. I'd love your
oh,
Insta. Do you have
my
Insta?
Instagram, I do. I just recently set up an account because one of the patients from the case study that actually inspired me to go carnivore wanted to contact me. Um, but I did make an Instagram account, and it's just Sophia Eats Steak, on Instagram if you want to look that up. But I also have it linked on my YouTube channel, so you can go to my YouTube channel and get it there. So
Yeah, and then while you're there, you can hit that subscribe button, and then keep up with whatever. And if she joins Twitter, you'll be ready for that too. You know, if she runs for president, you guys will be ready. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be the first carnivore president. You know,
oh
she's
yeah.
she's sure helping this old lady. That's great. She's going to be helping a lot of people. I think she's got a lot of things ahead of her in her future. See if we got any other questions here. I'm 16 myself, and you inspired me to get me out of my vegan diet where I lost my period. You know, that's great.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I'm really happy to hear that I helped you to do that. I mean, I lost my period personally uh October 2021, so it's been almost 2 years since I've had a period, and right now I am working to gain enough weight and enough fat so I can get my period back, because that is very, very important
Hmm.
for a woman's health, because with women who don't have their period, they end up developing like hormone issues and osteoporosis, and so it's very, very important for me to get that back.
It's important you guys to talk about that too. So I'm glad you guys are, because I feel like, you know, women need to come together more and talk about all this stuff, and to
Mm-hmm.
support each other, because they're all going through certain things and they don't know that they can easily just reach out to somebody and say, hey, yeah, like you know, that support network is there. I love that smile on your face. Yeah, telling you, she's
Thank
got the
you.
carnivore glow. She's doing great. She's on her way to just so much success. Sophia, do you drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee, but I love the smell of it.
Me
Yeah,
too. I don't drink it. Yeah.
I used to hate the smell of it. Actually, it used to make me sick, but I started to like it a lot more. But
Hazelnut
I
coffee.
no,
I love the smell of hazelnut coffee.
I'm allergic to hazelnuts. Actually,
Really?
I'm allergic to nuts. Except I'm allergic to all nuts except weirdly not walnuts or pecans.
Well, my wife thinks I'm nuts, so luckily we're just doing the live stream. I can't physically touch it. Ren, oh, put a bunch of hearts. That's very sweet. Karen Carpenter was a singer from the 70s who unfortunately passed
Oh,
away due to her. Oh, okay, I got you.
that's
Yeah,
sad.
you teaching
Yeah.
us something. I wasn't
That's
sure.
that's the thing about anorexia too, is it's got the highest mortality rate out of any mental illness. And
That's
I think it's like one in let's see, mortality statistics for anorexia. Let's see, at 1 in 5. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
mm.
1 in 5. 1 in 5 anorexia cases pass away, which is extremely sad. That's 20%. So yeah.
Yeah, and the goal is to get that to zero, to nothing, because when if people can understand, they could take their power back with the carnivore diet and just eat, and just feel good. Have you thought of
Mhm.
doing gymnastics?
Well, I mean, I think it would be cool, but I'm pretty sure gymnastics is something that you train for like pretty much your whole life, right? Like
Hmm.
people who do gymnastics, they've been doing it pretty much since they were little.
Question: how do you deal with the mental part of it?
Um, okay, so I have a lot of support from my mom, honestly. Uh, if I'm feeling distressed, then I will go and I will talk to her and I will get my feelings out, just so I'm not dealing with those thoughts alone.
Hmm.
Because honestly, if I feel like I'm alone with those thoughts and the way I'm feeling, then it feels a lot harder to manage. Um, I do see a therapist pretty regularly, uh, and he helps me. He's awesome. He helps me deal with a lot of it. Um, One thing that does help me deal with the mental part of it is keeping my goals in mind, right? So my goal is to become healthy
Hmm.
and to get my period back. And when I feel like when the eating disorder thoughts are feeling really strong and I'm feeling like the weight I'm gaining is too much or that I'm getting fat, I try to refocus and I try to think about, okay, I try to think about the long term. In the future, I'm going to be healthy and I'm going to be strong and I'm going to feel good.
Mhm.
So, and this is way better than the alternative. So I think keeping in mind that the way I was living before was not sustainable also helps because I mean, you can't carry on eating 500 calories a day for the
Mhm.
rest of your life. Uh, I'm sorry. I really hope that helps.
No,
I don't know
you
how to
are. You're
explain
making
it.
me tear up just listening. I'm telling you, you're so sweet. I'm telling you, you're helping people. Let's see here. Lucia, you can save lives. Yep, she's going to. So many teens are struggling with eating disorders and just life, depression, anxiety. You can make such a difference. Yeah, and she already is, honestly. And like she's got her whole life ahead of her, and she's
Yeah.
already like got a following. She's got her YouTube. She's running a business. She's defeating an illness. Like, come on, man. Like, your resume is gonna be long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Just too much crap. You are so wise for your age, Sophia. She is. I'm telling you, you are going to do
Thank
great
you.
things in life. What a blessing you are. Yeah, she
Thank
really
you
is,
so
guys.
much.
If you guys have more questions while she's still here, while I still got her, make sure you ask. Okay. Let me try to get through some more of these. Glad to hear that. I just quit coffee and it seems to be helping me a lot. Good for you, Anthony. My wife is still trying to quit coffee. You've been very blessed with the mother you have. Yeah, I watched her videos. She
Mhm.
seems like she's very. You seem like you're very close with your mom.
I really am. We've gotten very, very close as we've kind of dealt with this together over the past few years. I'm
I saw her
extremely
eating burgers
grateful.
and bacon too, right with you. Like
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
she's
Like she's ordered the same thing as you did, practically. Like,
honestly I'm so thankful for her. Like if it she's she's literally like one of the kindest people ever and she's honestly like my best friend.
that's a,
Um if it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't even still be like around, you know, because
mhm.
she's just been so supportive.
I always say people got to have a why, a big, and two, if you're ever having like a bad day or things seem tough, you got to go find your reason why again. You got to, and
Hmm.
that's always going to just hype you back up to where you need to
Yeah.
go. So beautiful. Alaskan Sauce, you are an inspiration, Sophia. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Yeah, I honestly do. I couldn't wait to get her on here and have her share her story. She's such a brave girl. And like, I had no doubt that she was going to come on here and try to help somebody with her story. Question: do you think daily walks are good in the morning or at night? My mom says I'm not allowed to walk around by myself. I'm looking to get a gym membership though. She's around the same age as you, so
Yeah. So daily walks are good in the I honestly don't know a lot about that. Me and my mom and my dad, we will go on walks in the late evening.
yeah. So don't
And
walk by
that's
yourself. She walks with her parents, like.
yes.
And also,
So
too, I just want to say this: a lot of girls have gotten kidnapped by wearing earbuds when they're
yes.
walking or jogging. You cannot hear a truck or a van pull up behind you or someone walking up behind you. Like, if you do wear earbuds, put them in one ear and leave one ear
Hmm.
out. I'm sorry, it's just a tip. I've seen too many stories when these girls got their headphones on and then they don't know someone's behind them, and they're
Yeah.
they're by
So
themselves too. Like, go with a partner.
I mean, if you're talking in terms of safety, I think the morning would probably be safer, just because I mean, just because I mean, it's not dark out. But if you're talking in terms of like what time of day is like healthier for you, I mean, getting out in the morning and walking is definitely good for you. I know that getting like those early morning UV sun rays on your skin and also like in your vision that can help. But I honestly don't know much about it. I mean, there are other experts that you could probably refer to that have good advice on that. But I enjoyed the walks that we go on at night, and it usually helps settle my stomach after eating. So,
I always feel like fresh air helps me sleep better too.
hmm.
So, a good support system is so important. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
important for everybody. Like, no one wants to feel alone out, and we aren't, man. There's so many people out here, and look at this carnivore community. I
It's
mean,
so amazing. I'm blown away by it almost every single day. People are
it is.
so nice.
It is, and we attract each other because you can only attract the people you're in vibration with. So
Yeah.
you got all these beautiful people around you. Well, you're in a beautiful vibration, and you got yourself to thank. Anthony
Thank
Stewart,
you.
Sophia is so sweet. That really is reflected in her great personality, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I do wear headphones. Yes, ladies, do not wear
Yeah, I would
headphones,
just if
please.
you're gonna wear headphones, I would keep one earbud out.
Yeah, it's not worth having someone sneak up behind you with bad intentions. Mandatory. There was a woman got hit by a train walking with headphones. Yeah, even if someone's not trying to, accidents happen, and maybe they're, yeah, you get hit by a car, a train. It's just not worth it to walk safe. I'm scared now. Definitely not wearing headphones. Oh no, no, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make you always be aware of your surroundings. Just like we're talking about the carnivore diet. Be aware of what your body's saying to you. Just
Hmm.
start tapping into your awareness all around. Like regardless of whether you're walking or eating food. You know what I'm saying? I do got a couple more questions. Like this was going
Okay.
so good. I rarely had to look at my I had like a bunch of them I didn't even ask yet. Are you still eating pork rinds? I have so many good questions for you.
Okay, so I still am eating pork rinds sometimes. I'm eating them. I'm trying to not let myself eat them as often.
You guys, if you're
The
wondering why I
ones,
asked that, she really likes pork rinds if you watch her videos. And you
yes,
sometimes maybe overeat them, right?
yes. So my solution to that is a lot of people commented on my video to just make sure when I eating them, just get a single portion out and then put the bag away so that I can't get more. And that usually helps because so when I eat them, I will grab some and not take the bag with me, and that will help me kind of stop when I need to stop. And we do make sure that we buy the pork rinds that are fried in the pork fat and not the seed oils.
I
So
got you. Okay. What are some tips you could give people on the carnivore diet? And it doesn't have to be like health tips. What any sort of tip that helps you, even if it's mental or like writing something down, whatever. Any tips you got?
I feel like I'm not really super experienced or qualified enough to be giving tips, but
Well, what helps you? What helps you on your daily? That's what they want to know because maybe that'll help them in their daily.
um
Like you said, your mom, your support system. That's one thing that
yeah,
helps you.
I mean, I would say it helps having someone to do carnivore with you. I mean, I don't know, it's just if you have somebody who you can like prep meals with, prep your food with, I think that's helpful. Um, let's see. I mean, I'd say if you're just starting carnivore, then maybe stick to just fresh meat because when at least for the time being, like not super duper aged or smoked meat because when I first started carnivore,
Hmm.
I had some smoked meats and they didn't sit very well with me, but I've had smoked meats now and they've been better. I don't know if that was just with me, but the smoked meats didn't really agree with me those first couple of weeks. Um,
Yeah, I like that tip because some people are just coming from like vegetarian and vegan and like switching over to meats hard and maybe they are eating some smoked meats and
oh yeah, make sure you're getting enough salt. If you don't get enough salt, then you will get a headache. Especially if you are new to carnivore,
mm,
you might get the keto flu. So make sure you are drinking like electrolytes or salting your meat enough. Dr. Barry says to salt your meat to taste, and that's what I do. So,
yeah, and also you guys got any more questions before while she's still here, let me know. You have cats? How many cats you have?
oh, we've got four cats.
Hmm.
My family is everybody loves cats, and they're all orange. They're all
I
gingers.
love that.
So and they're all named after flowers. So we've got Buttercup,
Awesome.
she's the oldest, and then there's Poppy, she is grumpy all the time, and then there is Dandelion, and we call him Dandy for short. And
Hmm.
funny thing is actually he was named Daisy, just like Bill's cat.
Yeah.
And then we found out he was a boy, and then we changed his name to Dandelion.
Oh,
And then there's Snapdragon, and we call him Snappy.
Snapdragon. Woo! Now that's
Yeah,
a cool name. I haven't
and
seen that
yeah,
name yet.
I love them all so much. The sad thing is Buttercup is probably not going to be around much longer, just because she's old, you know. But
Yeah. You guys thought about getting the cats on the carnivore diet?
I've talked about it. It's just I don't know. We that would be kind of expensive, and you know, I would love to get them on the carnivore diet, honestly, because they would do so much. They would be so much healthier, because it's just like humans. Like they're not
Hmm.
humans aren't eating what's right for them, and the cats and pets, they're not eating what's right for them either, and so that's why they get sick more often. And if we could, I think we definitely would have them eating just meat. But
Yeah, I was talking
it's
to a guy named Carnivore Soldier, and he says he buys sale chicken and then grinds it up, and then he says his dogs get to eat for not that much all month off
oh
chicken. So it's just an idea, maybe sale
yeah,
chicken.
no, yeah, it's something to try, actually. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, so if you guys find a real good sale on chicken, pick it up, grind it up, and then see
yeah,
if
I
they
mean,
like it.
I wonder how the cost would compare to the food, like the money we already spend on
Hmm.
the kibble that we give them.
See, and
So
that would be another cool video if you do figure that out. For cat
yeah,
lovers, cat
that's
cat
that's
lovers on carnivore.
yeah.
Chronically carnivore. I put the pork rinds in the air fryer for a minute to freshen them up before I eat them. Ooh, never heard that one before. You ever
Yeah,
tried
I've
that,
never
Sophia?
no, I've never tried that, actually.
No. I've got to go to sleep now. Okay, I'll watch the rest. Yes, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for watching, and
Yes. Carnivore Ron, congrats, Sophia.
thank you.
Aurora, yeah, good night, Ren. Have a good one. Anthony Stewart, reading books on the carnivore diet and listening to carnivore YouTubers was very good support for me when I began 15 months ago. Yeah, have you picked up
Yes.
any good
Hmm.
books any carnivore books?
I've not picked up any books, but when I first went carnivore, I listened to pretty much all the Dr. Berry videos and a lot of Dr. Chafee interviews.
What about
So,
this, Sophia? Do you eat salmon, sardines, or other fish?
funny thing, I'm allergic to fish, so can't eat it.
No?
Um, yeah,
Well,
no,
that
no fish
answers
for
that.
me.
What about Lucia? She says siblings. Did I miss? Do you have siblings?
Siblings. I do have siblings. I have an older brother. I have an older sister. She's 19. And then there's me. I'm the middle child. And then I have a twin sister, actually.
Wow.
And then I have a younger brother who's 14.
Wow. Now, is anybody else on carnivore in the family?
Uh, so my mom, she's strict carnivore most of the time. She does do like ketovore sometimes, so sometimes she'll have fruit or some veggies. So she does cheat from time to time, but she's strict carnivore most of the time. My dad, he's carnivore-ish, is what I like to
Ish.
call it.
Ish. I like that.
He eats mostly meat, but he's not super strict about like what it's cooked in, or like the ingredients.
I
So
got you. Alaskan sauce. Are you eating much dairy or are you strict carnivore, Sophia?
I'm not eating any dairy right now. I don't know why. Uh, I'm probably gonna start eating it more, honestly, like more cheese, because that'll be convenient to take to school. But I eat pretty much just meat and eggs right now.
Yeah, me too. A lot of bacon eggs. Cats. Dot dot dot. Salmon. I don't know if cats can have. Yeah, can they? I'm sure they can.
They probably can.
My dog is carnivore, but my cat likes his kibble. But I buy carnivore kibble. That's cool.
Uh,
I never heard of carnivore kibble.
Carnivore kibble. I wonder. Yeah.
Hey, it's a market. I am adding in carnivore meals for my dog. Not 100, but something. All right, there you go. Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
were thinking about doing the sale chicken. Do you eat cheese much, Sophia? We were just mentioning cheese.
Nope.
No. There you guys have. She doesn't eat it much, but she's maybe will take some to school. Lucia,
Yeah.
twins are special.
Yeah, sadly, I mean, me and my twin, we're not super duper close right now just cuz I mean, eating disorders make you mean. And so I think I damaged our relationship if I'm being honest.
Well, you've got your whole
Um
life ahead of you
yeah,
to
so
repair it. You know,
I'm hoping to fix that soon.
I'm sure. Put some good
But
energy toward it. I'm sure. I got a couple more
yeah.
questions for you. Before you take off on here, because I
All
wrote
right, all
down
right.
so many. You know what I'm saying? And we
I
just
mean, we
got.
can always do a part 2. We can
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
totally
That's
up
true.
for that.
Let me give you one more then, if you're willing to do another part two sometime. But
Yeah, yeah.
at least an update. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome. Um.
Yes.
Uh. Now, what about you mentioned that you were cleaning the kitchen a lot? Are you still? Could you explain that to somebody? Because I watch your videos. So.
Okay. So, with my eating disorder, when it got really bad, uh, I've not been diagnosed with OCD, but when my eating disorder would get really bad and I would get really restrictive, I would also get very, very compulsive and very controlling of things. And that's one thing with eating disorders is control, right? So you want to be able to control things, you want to control your food.
Mhm.
And I feel like uh, one thing that I felt like I could control was the kitchen. Weirdly enough, so after everyone was done eating at night and uh, uh, everyone was out of the kitchen, I would I felt like I had to get it clean. Like I wiped every surface down and I swept everything and I made sure that everything was clean. And after that, after it was clean, I didn't want anybody else to come in and mess up the kitchen because that would just set me off for some reason. And now I'm finding that I don't care. I don't care anymore. I mean, I still clean up the kitchen at night because I mean, I've always been a neat person. I've always liked things clean. So I still clean up the kitchen at night, but it's not obsessive anymore. If I don't have time to do it, I won't do it. And if somebody comes in and they get a dish out or they get some food out, I don't get mad at them anymore. I don't flip my lid at them anymore. And I'm finding that I'm becoming more and more okay with letting things go and just not having to clean up the kitchen. So it sounds kind of dumb, but it's significant for me. So
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask. It was just something that you brought up specifically, and I said I gotta ask and see what's
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
guys.
it's kind of specific.
Um, she has been great here. She's really opened up and shared her story. I definitely want to have you back on for an update video.
Yeah, we should get that scheduled.
Yeah, because you can keep filling us in on all the stuff you're accomplishing and the people you're helping and the things you're up to. Like, because we want to know, we want to keep up with you and keep making your videos and
Yeah,
keep
I
staying on
will.
Carnivore and just keep doing everything you're doing because you're winning right now. You're winning.
Yes, yes.
You're winning big. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so you guys, I hope you guys had fun too. Uh, there's the first law of learning is repetition, and repeat this story, replay the video. There is value in Sophia, and there's value in her story. There's something to learn from everybody. I truly believe that. And there's something Sophia says on her channel that I just really love. She says, "Now go eat some meat."
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go eat a steak. I'm
Yes,
Sophia and so
I just wanted to say that. I wanted to take your thing for one video and say, "Now go eat some meat."
yeah. Yeah. That hour went by way fast. That's so weird.
Yes. So, do you guys have any one last question before I let her go? Otherwise, she's going to be heading out and getting back to what she does and being that beacon of light she is. Is my like button broken? It only shows 2 likes, and one of those likes is mine. I'm sure it'll probably just pop up. It's maybe StreamYard acting funky. I'm looking forward to your school lunch recommendations. Haha. Yeah. See, you got a lot of content you're going to be pumping out. The teenage
Yeah.
carnivore. You know, Carnivores in high school. Like, what do you know about it? We love you, Sophia. Yes, we do, Sophia. And I'm looking forward to the next time you come on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. This was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
So
it's I try to have chatting with carnivores feel like we're just sitting down, you know, and I try to like, and you do it so well. You just sit down and talk to the camera, and it feels
I
like we're just best
I
friends.
I was honestly kind of nervous for this, but this was it was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for
Yes.
having me. This was a really nice time.
No problem. Well, guys, me and Sophia are taking off. We'll see you guys later. Peace out. Okay. Love you guys. See you on the next episode.